Everyone has games from their childhood that they defend passionately. Games that, while not that good, you still remember fondly. Superman 64 is not that game.
In a short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Superman 64 was probably the most anticipated game of his life.
No, that was Jack 3.
I don't have anything for you.
Still, the N64 was new enough, and you were just young and naive enough to think that this game would make you feel like Clark Kent. You wanted to be Clark Kent pretty bad. He carried around a briefcase to 4th grade because he wanted to be Clark Kent.
This is true?
It is. I'm not a liar.
When it was finally my birthday and my parents got me this weird whatever the heck shaped cartridge, little did they know that it would fill me with so much disappointment and a Pavlovian response to Lex Luthor's smug-ass chuckle. What the hell?
It's a buggy, broken mess that's hard to control.
What? Lift the 2 cars! Don't let them crash into... Oh, okay. What?
And that's not even its biggest issue.
The mission design is disconnected and incoherent at best.
We could start with the easy targets, like, oh, Superman controls like a poorly made drone with a terrible network connection, or, wow, that's a lot of rings to fly through. It's like the worst WarioWare game ever imagined. You got 20 seconds to pick up this truck, but if you don't do it, cool, fly through rings for 7 minutes.
And those are the good levels. I'd much rather that than some terrible maze where I have to go find keys or weird panels that I have to backtrack through the level to use. It's just not fun and doesn't make sense.
Yeah, remember that time we got that key after like 4 minutes? Then we had to go back to the very first room to
And there
use
was
the key?
no explanation for that whatsoever.
No, it's just like, hey, use the computer. And you're like, there's 8 computers in 8 different rooms, but you gotta use the one in the first room. But all these design problems would be okay if you could actually feel like Superman. Instead, you have to collect power-ups just to use your powers.
And when you do, you're rewarded with cool power-ups like reducing the frame rate. I mean super speed. Or super breath to blow on tornadoes with.
Play at the base.
That is a fact.
You gotta blow on the base.
Blow on the base, if you don't blow on the base, it doesn't count and it doesn't work. He's making a lewd reference and I just got that. I thought he was giving an explanation.
And did we mention that the Man of Steel is more like the man of wet toilet paper? Pretty much anything except for these weird lasers guarding random doors can take Superman down. Quickly.
But that was consistent, because he can walk through lasers.
He can walk through lasers, but if you shoot him with lasers, he's dead. Bleep! I thought that was pretty good.
It was, honestly. Also, Superman is inside a video game in this video game.
Meta.
Lex Luthor's master plan is to kidnap Superman's friends and have Superman come into this video game and do the things that he does in normal, everyday life inside Lex Luthor's computer simulation.
He does the thing, and then he makes the thing happen, and then he goes into the video game, and then more stuff happens, then power-ups. Makes sense. It's a pretty nefarious plan, if you ask me. If you had to choose one game to put your worst enemy inside, this would be a pretty good choice. Once you figure out the weird kind of feathering on the accelerator you have to do, you can actually make the lambasted ring sections the best part of the game.
Plus, you get to watch Superman steer with his arms.
The relatively open Metropolis is legitimately impressive for the time, and you can easily picture a much better game taking place inside of it, especially when comparing it to the other superhero game you had on the 64, which came out the next year.
Yeah, Spider-Man was a great superhero game and proved that you could make a good superhero game on the N64 in a foggy environment.
Superman 64 does have some pretty sick box art, though, and you get to hear this awesome sound every time you punch a dude.
They are called Dark Shadows.
A, I don't care. B, that was a porny soap opera that our moms probably watched.
No. In the end, we gave up on this game a few hours in, and chances are, so will you, but take our advice, and just don't ever start.
Just don't start. It's like drugs. Just, if you don't start, you never have to quit. Don't do drugs. But if you do, play Superman 64.
It might be better that way.
There's very little to enjoy here, and it's not even so bad that it's fun to laugh at.
Unless you were watching our stream on Twitch.
Ah, not even then.
And all of this amounted to a very sad baby Zack in the past, which is why we give this game 1 sad baby Zack as our rating. I'm hoping I put an emoji with like some reddish brown hair right here. Maybe here. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video.
And thanks in advance for hitting the like and subscribe button.
Feel free to check out our other videos.
And don't forget, we love you.